Previously on Planet Crafter.
We were dropped here by Sentinel Corp to terraform this planet, and do so using nothing but our wits and what we find laying around. So we gathered some resources and we built a house upon a hill. We furnished our house with practical things like storage, which we've finally managed to fill. We've grown some grass and now some flowers. We've explored a little bit, then explored some more. We've found everything from crash ships to caves full of osmium. We built a comms dish and then got nothing but spam. We nuked the comms dish and that stopped the spam. We've never had aluminum, so now we started mining aluminium. We were banned from launching rockets as that caused meteorites to fall from the sky. We kept launching rockets as we explored them more and more. We built a biolab, which doesn't make weapons, only explosive powder. We melted the ice and flooded the world. We started growing algae to terraform this world. We traversed the labyrinth and found super alloy galore. We entered the Grand Canyon and found iridium to spare. And today, we will visit the London Eye. And remember, every like keeps us on track. Every new subscriber gets us sidetracked. G'day, mate. Welcome back to Planet Crafter with me, Jitty. And today, we're going to make another attempt to make it to London Eye. We haven't made it there yet. We keep getting sidetracked. We keep getting distracted. Last episode, we found a whole bunch of super alloy, which is very, very helpful. And I've already emptied the aluminium mines, and we have so much aluminium and so much other junk as well. But today, providing we don't get a meteorite storm right now, I really want to do that. At the same time, we have 3 blueprints left over from last episode. So, Jetpack T3. We want a Jetpack T3. Osmium, explosive powder, super alloy. We should be able to do that. And it's going to give us another 20 propulsion, which seems to make us go faster. Yeah, let's find out what the next one does. No more blueprints to decode. Well, okay. We will put them in the cabinet that there has cloth. At the same time, we'll take our 2 golden seeds and pull you out, put you in. And that seems to be it. Okay, we should probably make another flower thingy then. Yeah, whilst it slowly turns nasty outside. Okay, so we want 2 lots of explosive powder, 2 osmium, and a super alloy. So super alloy done. We should be able to go explosives. Explosives, yep, we get 2 red pouches. And then that should be everything. We just have to take off our existing jetpack and say hi to Jetpack T3. Yes, please. Okay, so that's the first thing done. Next thing I actually want is I want more of these maps. Now, I've read you guys' comments. You guys have been telling me for a while now that GPS data doesn't give us a GPS location. We've got beacons for that. Not that I really found a use for them yet, or found a need for them yet. It's probably more accurate. But it's obviously located to wherever this happens to be. And now that we actually have aluminium, because to make a map, we need a compass. And to make a compass, we need aluminium. Now we have lots of aluminium. I want to make a couple of these. So grab everything I need, and we're going to make a compass with a spare compass. And then we should have all the materials on us to build 2 screens, 2 compasses, 2 silicon, 2 iron. Great. Let's look at another flower spreader. So a fertilizer, a super alloy, a magnesium, and 3 water bottles. Okay, got everything in my inventory. Let's go throw down some more flowers. Right here seems like a good spot. Bit of a dead zone. There you go. You can have a golden seed just because we can. And then we can throw our white seed in there. And then the last thing I want to do is we got access to the Biodome T2. So 2 bacteria sample, 2 fertilizer, 2 super alloy, and a sulfur. Sulfur is still something we're short on. Okay, I already have a couple of bacteria samples, plus I have the eggplants and the sulfur right here. So let's go with, oh, and algae. I need 6 algae. Alright, fertilizer. Then we need 2 super alloy, and then we need to find somewhere to place this. That could be the awkward part. Okay, let's go upstairs to where the other biodome is. And we put a door here to jump out. I forgot the sulfur. Yes, let's put it there. It's overhanging, don't get me wrong. But, okay, we have a control panel. Hang on. My titanium disappeared. Okay, let's go find a piece of titanium. No, turns out when I replaced the door, all the materials evaporated. So I'm thinking I want to build a new set of stairs down from here. But first off, what's this control panel do? Tree bark. That doesn't help me at all. That's the same control panel. Okay, and this control panel tells us that at 175 kilograms, actually really close, we're going to get a biomass rocket. And we have a flower spreader T2, and then a food grower T2, and then a tree spreader. Okay, so we're getting close. Let's see about building those stairs whilst we wait then. Of course, I come outside to build some stairs and it starts raining. Alright, newfound stairs. We should be able to get up here without a problem. And how does our biodome look from the outside? Definitely looks like it's floating. I don't know whether I want to do anything about that. Actually, yeah, we've put in a support. Like, don't get me wrong, it's off-center. It's sort of weird, but I took 3 attempts, and I gotta say, the game, the way it stitches things together and the way things link nicely, is just a... See, I've still got a gap. Because I move it slightly higher up, it goes through the floor. And then says you can't place that, JD. Oh, yeah. Actually, no, I want to look at that sign. We're at... Yeah, we're 1.5 kilos away. Okay, so 1.5 kilos. We're going to make a rocket. For that, we're going to need a rocket engine, which I definitely have one of. No idea what else we need. There we go. Biomass rocket. All right, let's go find out what the rocket needs. So a biomass rocket needs a seed lyra, a tree bark. We have a tree bark, I think. No, we don't. A super alloy and a fertilizer. Okay, so the seed we're fine on. Tree bark. How do we get tree bark? Oh, actually, we also got a message between episodes. Riley, encrypted. Use ore extractors in different areas to extract specific minerals. Done that. Rock is really important. Help boost your generation of. Done that. That didn't help. Okay, Riley, you're useless. All right, tree bark. Let's try. So we can make bacteria. If I take a bacteria, the seed lirima are used in recipes. So let's take the shangy, which I haven't found a use for yet, apart from it makes oxygen if you put it in a plant thingy. And none of that looks like it's going to help. Actually, let's also grab some algae just in case. You don't tell us how the next room operates. The next room doesn't tell us how it operates either. Oh, tree bark. You're making tree bark. You've made tree bark. Oh, you just magically make tree bark. Oh. Here I thought we'd have to put things in here. Obviously not. Okay, so you just slowly make tree bark. Well, there you go. So what do we need for that rocket? Rocket, and I forget. Tree bark. Super alloy. Sulfur? Sulfur, I think. Yeah, we don't have a lot of sulfur. Let's just go down with what's in our inventory and see whether things... Oh, and a seed lyri... One of the ones actually used in recipes. Okay, let's see if I happen to have the right things in my inventory to fire a rocket off. Fertilizer. I knew I was missing something. Okay, so let's go make some fertilizer, which is fairly easy because we have a lot of eggplant. And we should be good to go. Alright, so that's the fertilizer. We just need to drop off our seed. And then we should be good. Alright, we'll build the rocket at night. And you know what? Are we literally... Whoa, falling off the edge. Are we literally just launching a tree into space? I don't know how well trees are going to do in space. Yeah, no bugger it. We'll just launch it off at night. Why not? Let's have a nighttime rocket. Actually, I should go look at the panel. Come on. Are we going to get a meteorite strike? Okay, you're doing 300 grams per second. And that's now flying. Okay, and now there's a green haze everywhere. I didn't even look. Does that cause a meteorite strike? Increases mass, moss spread, leaves global generation bonus by spreading bacteria from outer space. Okay, so no meteorites this time around. Alright. Okay, so we need to go off and explore. I need some water. I need some food. And then we should be good to go. Yeah, there's green thingies in the air everywhere. Okay, we're going to go for the London Eye, I think. Yeah, I think we're going to go... I want to put down another radar and I want to have a look. I want to have a look at the map because now we've got a few spares on us. We can actually bring up the map anywhere we want. Anywhere you want, providing you don't forget the iron because I spent it. Okay. So we've been to the back of this biome. And then that was the great canyon section we looked at. So I basically want to skirt around the aluminium this way because I haven't sort of been through there. We'll check out this rock structure at the same time. So that's going to be the plan. We'll go into here again. We just want to stick to the right. Unless we happen to find aluminium, at which point I'll grab that as well. There we go, there's that out. Okay, so that's the aluminium fields. I want to look at these rocks. I also want enough to make another iron hut, just so we've got somewhere if we find loot, to put loot. Also, you know, oxygen. Cool. It's one of those invisible walls.
You shall not pass!
That we just can't pass. Okay. Doesn't seem to be anything around here at all. Not silicon. So I need one more piece of titanium. There we go. Oh! Loot box. Sure, I'll take your loot box. Is that? That's water. Okay, so it looks like there's a valley into the shadow of death where maybe we finally get something we've got to fight against. I don't know. Using our complete lack of weapons. Okay, so this brings us back up to the canyon. Oh, that was that sheer cliff of sand. Do not fall off the edge, Jedi. Never mind, might be too late. Okay, so let's just put down our map. So we've come... There we go. There's that cave that we went to that was full of iridium. And we've explored to about here. We hadn't made it through to the end. We've got another giant rock structure here, which does not look like it's passable. But I do want to do a quick scavenge along the edge of this one. Just in case there's another loot chest, or who knows. Loot chests are important. Loot chest. Okay, and we've been up here before. Yeah, there's the loot chest. That's as far as we got when we were going through those canyons. Before we had to turn around due to lack of inventory. Okay, alright, so we'll duck through here. Yep, that's the back of that biome. Oxygen's getting low, so we'll build an iron hut. An iron shack. Okay, so right up on the top of this peak is where we'll put in our iron shack. In here, actually, is there a piece of iron just outside? Yep. Okay, and every single one of these, I need to at least put in a single storage crate, just in case we come in fully equipped. And then we'll put our map on top, because I have spare materials to make a second map, and we can see that we've made it here. I don't know if the map extends past there. I guess it does if we can walk up it. So we want to go this way into the London Eye, because that looks like a London Eye. We're going to leave 2 water bottles. We're going to leave a water bottle and a food. There's a London Eye. Okay, the fact that the jetpack's not working properly sort of indicates I'm probably not meant to go this way. You know, sometimes you need to for the screenshots. Okay, so we found the most unorthodox way of getting to London Eye. But we're here, and it's partially flooded. Probably because we took 3 attempts to get here and never actually made it. 3, 4, 5. A few. Going back this way, that should be the Aluminium Fields, yes. And... does that remove? No? Okay. Alright, there doesn't look to be anything in these sandy hills. No. There's a loot chest. So I go check everything. It's the loot chests, which has... Not gonna say no. Okay, I've got everything on me to make another iron shack. We'll put an iron shack at the base of this and hope that it doesn't flood any further. And then this side, that side, let's do it on this side. I'm going to have to go wandering through the water to see what's down there, because I'm willing to bet there's going to be some loot chests down there. Alright, that's obviously the entrance. Let's put in an iron shack with a door. Experience tells me I need enough iron to make myself probably a few storage containers, the big ones. Okay, we want storage locker, 1, 2, can't make a third, but we can still have, no, I need a piece of silicon. Okay, now we have our piece of silicon. We can throw that in here and put down a new map. Okay, I don't know if that's still map or that's like the devs haven't got do it yet, because like the game is early access. The devs are adding more content as the game progresses. We'll have a water and a food right now, and then whilst it's raining, I figure we'll go looking in the lake. Just resources from the looks of it. Not even good ones, like magnesium, silicon, and no super alloy, no aluminium. No uranium, actually. Uranium is probably the one we're missing the most of now. Although we only need uranium for new nuclear reactors, and we're pretty much set on power. I don't think the water's meant to fall underwater, but that's fine. That's fine. We're just gonna, you know, early access it. Okay, this is very hard to do underwater. I don't know if I made a full loop or what the story is. No, maybe not. Maybe. Okay. Then you continue over here. And that circles around, does it? Yes. Okay, so let's check this side really quickly, because I don't think we swam under the wreckage. Nothing. More nothing. Touch of nothing. Loot chests right there. Underwater. Oh, how the hell do I access it? There we go. Okay, deconstruct that. That's annoying to find. Okay, and nothing around here. Any way to get in from this side? Gonna go with no. Alright, so one loot chest found. Nothing else really. There are resources underwater, but they're nothing we're desperate for. It's all very, very common stuff that in most cases we're actually rich on. What the hell is that? Okay. Can I deconstruct any of these bits sticking out? I'm gonna go into there. Okay. Let's just dump everything we've recently found. We have some decent stuff already. And let's go play in the London Eye finally. Okay. We want yoink. I'll take a rocket engine. That's the button we want. And we now have a flower spreader. Okay, so turn on the torch. Remove wreckage. We have doorways. More explosives. I like me explosives. Explosives fix problems, right? Every single time I walk into these, they are so cramped. I think it has something to do with it being crashed. Okay, so I've got another box here. Oh, shit. The place is underwater. And my inventory is full already. First haul goes into the first box. Yeah, not going to complain. Yeah, rocket engine, couple of explosives, some uranium, more seeds. Okay, and no, we cannot get into there further. No, okay. Alright, so we've got water and we've got cockpits. Let's go with cockpits. And we've got more water. That's not going to make it things at all hard to see. Okay, we're going to grab that. We're going to grab that. We've got a door we can't go through. We are half up and half down in the water. Okay, we have my blueprint. Excellent. We have a heater T2 Rex. This took us back out. Yes. Okay, so both rooms are connected. Great. We got a wreck that way. And a wreck that way. So let's go wreck this way. That's an underwater cave. Oh boy. That's a full inventory. Okay, back out we go. Alright, haul number 2. Couple of microchips, more explosive powder, some iridium, some uranium. Oh, we should probably... Oh, a couple of iridium rods. Okay, we should probably go check on actually the miner I put in the iridium area. So we want to go in, through water. That's not been deconstructed because we went this way. And then we went outside. And it's not hard to see at all. We didn't quite empty the chest. Is there more? Or is that it? Just one chest in a cave that's now underwater. Really? Yep, really. I followed the wall all the way around. Okay, slightly disappointing. Alright. Go through these wrecks then. We're going to have another blueprint. Yoink. We're male. Today was the inauguration of the Space Warp Gate. It took 2 years to build it, and finally we would have been able to easily reach the Isatel Prime sector. But just after we turned on the main power reactor, everything went bad. The power went immediately down, all the reactors and stabilizers broken within a few minutes, and the spaceship was inexplicably attracted to the closest planet. We tried everything to fix it, but it seems there's nothing to do. All the crew escaped through escape pods. I sent a distress signal. I'm going to my pod now too. What a waste. All this months of work are going to be lost, and I can't understand what happened. This shouldn't have happened. In the year 3034, okay. Open fusion reactor, but I can't deconstruct fusion reactor. Okay. We got another loot box. So it is a Stargate. I've been calling it a Stargate. Well, I've been calling it London Eye for a while, but it's a Stargate. We made a Stargate. And then the Stargate crashed. Okay, we've been that way. Okay, I think I've done all areas. Inventory full. Oh, hi, hidden canister. Oh, tricky. Putting it behind a half-open door where you can't see it. Okay, another blueprint. Not going to argue. Lesson learned. Walk around with your decon planer up all times. What? Deconstruct the storage locker? What storage locker? There's no storage locker. Hello? Alright, we need oxygen. Oh, it's through that door. We can't power up that door. Alright. Part of loot trip number 2. And okay, so it's loot trip number 3. Alright, one more look. Because obviously there's doors that we can't access. Into the main room. Door on the left which you can't open. Door on the right, which can't open. Into the second room. Room on the left, which has a hidden crate right there that I can't open because it's through the wall. This has just the box that we took over there. Okay. And then underwater, we have nothing on the right. We have the room on the left with the email. And that loops us back up to above water again with a door that we cannot open, correct? But we can go behind and then that takes us outside. The loot crate we found in the cave. I think we've done everything. So we finally visited London Eye. We made good loot. We got some good stuff. Is any of it critical enough that I want to take it home? So, obviously, 3 blueprints, 4 blueprints. They're critically important. Explosive powder, because it's hard to make. Sulfur, because it's a limitation. Rocket engines, because we'll probably find a use for them. Explosive powder and iridium rods, because they're just compressed iridium. We'll take the cloth, because it's rare. Not that I've found a use for it, apart from decorations, but it's rare. There's a piece of sulfur in there. There is an iridium rod in there. In the original chest, we have nothing of great importance. Okay, so we're now down to whatever I feel like. So we'll take the uranium, because obviously I can't mine uranium. And mushroom seeds, because more mushrooms equals more bioplastics. Speaking of bio nuggets, there we go. There's a bio nugget. And hydration low. Yeah. It means the water bottle I brought out to the edge of the world, we're going to end up drinking whilst we're out here, which is unfortunate. Okay, and then I guess the most important thing is going to be the super alloy, because although I can make super alloy, it requires all the other resources. Okay, and then we're going to grab the iridium, because iridium is probably the next item I'm most short on. Alright, so London Eye has been done. Let's just look at the map really quickly. There doesn't look to be anything else out here, although what the hell is that? Crap, it looks like there's more stuff out here, which is that direction. That direction. We're going to have to make a trip back to base to dump everything, and then we'll come back and see if we can find some more goodies. Rather than going back, bear with me, I want to put in a super room and find one more bit of titanium and put in another super room, because coming back, noticing that that was floating, I admit it, it got to me. It was just floating a little bit too hard. All right, with those two done and cabinets in my way, yeah, my ankles, that's at least mostly supported. Now, we could extend out this side and move our ladder out again, but honestly, building ladders is a pain in the butt. But windows. Iron and cobalt. We have plenty of both. I think we'll just cover this whole side with some windows. Yeah, I do wish the windows were a little bit more clear and a little bit less blue. No, I need more cobalt. I ain't grab enough. Yep, straight to the bottom of some stairs. Perfect. Okay, at least then we can see. Now we are slowly... I need to step outside so we don't have to go look through the terribly blue tinted windows. We are slowly getting moss. Very, very slowly. But looking at our chart, we're still on grams per second. We did unlock the flower spreader T2, and we unlocked the algae generator T2 a while ago. Now that does oxygen 350, energy 27, biomass 17, compared to oxygen 300 plus a whole lot more when we put a better flower in it. About a little bit more energy and a lot more biomass. So I think we're going to put in some flower spreaders. We need 2 fertilizers. How many? Okay, so I got 4 of the Tuscan. Can we put in 4? Maybe not. Maybe we need another nuclear reactor. What do we need for a nuclear reactor? Radioactive chest. 1, 2. Yeah, we can build another reactor. Easy. Okay, so we want... Alright, 8 pieces of fertilizer needs 8 pieces of sulfur. And actually, we also need an explosive powder, which maybe I brought one back. I did bring back explosives, so that's fine. It's just the fertilizer, which I don't have any pre-made. Okay, so fertilizer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that's the sulfur organized. Then we'd need a whole bunch of eggplants, which is probably okay, and we need a lot of algae. All right, let's start with the first 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we'll dump those in there. We need to go search for more algae, which in theory there should be plenty in the lake. I just need to collect it more often, maybe. I got everything in my inventory I can fit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 plus the other ones should give us 8 in total. Yeah. Okay, so we've got 8 of those. Then we need some water bottles. Okay, I need 1 more water bottle and something to eat because I'm starving. And then we need super alloys. Yeah, it's surprised how quick, you know, these valuable resources disappear. And this is probably going to knock out our power. Oh, actually, we should grab the seeds at the same time. Yeah, 4 of the better seeds. Okay, flower spreader T2, much better area of effect. Excellent. Maybe I shouldn't be building these on the side of a hill, but it is what it is. Okay, let's put a seed in you. And we'll put a seed in you. And a seed in you. And 1 more in front of the rocket. And our power didn't go down. I'm very shocked, actually. How is our power then? It's hanging on. It's hanging on. And our biomass, we're up to 1 ton. We were doing a few hundred, so we added 100 with 1,000 times multiplier. So I think we're at 300 grams per second. I wasn't paying attention. Editor Jetty will kindly put it on the screen, the before and the after for both the biomass and the oxygen, because these actually, we should take these out and put them in here. Yep, kill off all the flowers. So this is doing 1.3 parts per trillion. And if we put in the 600 multiplier, it's 1.95. Same amount of biomass, but a lot more oxygen. We can take these and just drop them back in here, because why not? The machine's already built, you might as well have them do something. And these are doing 52 parts per quadrillion, so not a lot. Okay, so that's our new stats. And we're at terraforming 92. I think there's an unlock at 100. No. Heater. Drill. Gas extractor, ore extractor, ore extractor. That was the one we wanted. More pressure, which is more drilling, actually. Okay, so that's maybe something we'll look at in the next episode. Either put down some more drills, or now we've found some more osmium. We could put in some more ore extractors. How much osmium do we have? Not a lot. Enough for 1, 2, 3 drills. I did have actually, I've got one in storage because I wanted to move it this episode. Alright, I think this is where we'll call this episode. We got a lot done. We finally visited London Eye. I think next episode we might even start over there. And go and finish visiting the London Eye, finish visiting that area. Also, we have the lack of ice in this cave. There's also more osmium in there. So, yeah, we should be able to work on heat and a few other things in the next episode. But I'm definitely going to leave it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed. I will see you guys in the very next episode of Planet Crafter with me, JD, where we shall continue our... actually, I can't say we're exploiting the planet because we're repairing it. Where we're going to finish, well, continue terraforming the planet. Anyway, that's it. I'm out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the very next episode. Bye.